Good morning, everybody. Yes. Oh, I'm a little bit crooked. Let me center myself. Now, look, an idiot burger like Foodie Beauty talking about sensible things just doesn't mix. It's like an oxymoron. A moron, that's an ox, talking about things that are complicated and medical, and clearly she's not done a lot of her own personal research. She's looked at diet books and she's watched some Instagrams and she's done some TikToks, but she's not actually done any therapy regarding her eating disorders or spoken to any medical practitioners about it in depth more than one time, 2 times, or anything like that. She's just done the quick fix, the easy route. She's a simpleton. Now, as somebody who has been an OE and somebody who's probably delved into binge eating, I would say she doesn't know much. Now, for somebody who does know, you can't talk me around it. And the reason that I can probably predict what you're going to do, what you're going to eat, how often and when, is because I've been through it. And this community, foodie, is not the community to try and duck and weave and hide behind.
There's no way to really make people make people understand unless you go through it. Like, I can't,
And to say that Canada makes your binge eating easier than Kuwait, coming from somebody, and the rest of us in the community who have been through similar situations as your own, would know that that's bull crap. Now, you've not had any medical treatment, spoken to anyone. You've had probably one teleconference with somebody just because you made the appointment and you needed to shut people up around you, so you went. That's not that doesn't help you cure or understand your BED. That was just a historical breakdown of what help you would need going forward. Now, the reason I believe it is actually easier in Kuwait than it is in Canada for you to binge eat and to let your addiction take you over is simple, because it's allowed. Now, you say that in Canada you had free range, you could drive around, you could go here, you could buy what you want, you could do what you want. But no, it was more uncomfortable and shameful in Canada, because you didn't have your own little room, you didn't have your own little chair, you didn't have your own little comfy environment where 24/7 you could just sit down and pig out. That's why. You may have had the resources that you could hide from Salah, but your mum and your family would be judging you like, Chantal, that's not good for you. What about your diabetes? They'd be finding the packets. They'd be finding the remnants of it in the garbage. You wouldn't have the time allowance to sit down at a table and just do the whole ritual and the routine. Your ritual and routine wasn't comfortable for you. Where is it comfortable? Kuwait. You've got your home, you've got your privacy. Salah allows it. Salah encourages you almost. He enables you to indulge. It is more comfortable for you to binge eat. It is more of a favorable place for your addiction to hold you than it is in Canada, because it's more comfortable. You have the resources. You have the ability to get what you want. You have Salah. You have Uber Eats. It is more comfortable. Or if it wasn't, your addiction would have allowed you or given you the justification to stay in Canada, but it said, no, let's go back to Kuwait. Let's go back to one insecurity, Salah cheating and being with other people and talking behind your back. And I can fulfill my binge eating fantasies over there as well. Now, in binge, she may say it's not, when it is. Here is the definition of what an binge is. Now, the types of things that you eat as an binge and how long it goes for, and your process is personal to each and everybody. But what it is in practice when you have the mental health disorder is not. I would say that 2 packets of noodles and 2 mini pizzas cooked for one individual person would be a portion of an binge eating type. Now, is it way too much food for me to even physically put into my body? Yes. But would it be considered an binge if I ate something comparably overly big that my body can't cope with? And the mental process that I go through would be the same to consider it a binge session. It's not the amount of food that you've eaten. It's the way you go about preparing it, think about it, obsessing about it, and when you have it and how you have it. 1:30 in the morning, behind your husband's back, feeling the shame, talking about the shame in that moment, and you know it's too much. The way you've eaten it and the way you've thought about the food, that's what makes it an binge. Not the fact that the volume wasn't quite large enough and the fact that you did it online. You use the thing, I don't do it in public, I only do it in public. No, you don't. We've seen you do binges a lot. I remember the night you sat down and you ate about 4 massive meals back to back. It was basically you just eating on stream. You ordered food a couple of times and you sat down and ate an entire treatza on your own after you'd already consumed a whole bunch of other food. We have seen your binges. We've seen it. And the fact that you think we haven't, we know. And we know what we see on camera is not all you've eaten. And the fact that you say you have a backup sandwich, you have backup food, that's binge behaviour. We know. You can't fool us. Why do you think we're in girl world? We're either fatties trying to overcome it, former fatties, or people who have an interest in food. We're not here because you're entertaining. We're not here because you're a circus clown that we've paid 50 cents to come see and we want to sit back and see you get eaten by the circus lion. That you're not that kind of entertaining. We're here because we're mortified, because we either see yourselves, we are mirrored by you, we see some of your behaviours and we want to encourage ourselves not to do that. We want to see the feedback from the people around it because they are horrified by your behaviour and can see how dangerous it is. And people who have overcome it or are overcoming it, want to keep themselves in check, watch you as well. Because it solidifies the great work that we've done. It solidifies what we know about ourselves. And if we see ourselves sliding back into the mental health disorder, it in conjunction with the other things that we're doing, medication, exercise, therapy, sticking to our eating plan that we've decided for ourselves, or trying new ones, or being encouraged by other people, we stick to that because we don't want to end up like you again, or end up like you by staying the way that we are, because we're not quite there, but we are sliding into it. Foodie's trying to, you can't bullshit a bullshitter, foodie is all I'm saying. This is not the community to try and explain weight issues. Oh, that's the other thing I want to talk about. This is a mental health disorder like any other. OCD, schizophrenia, bipolar, anxiety, agoraphobia, erectile dysfunction. I would talk to Salah about that one. I'm sure he talks to you about it all the time. It's so sad. He's so young. They need professional help. It's a mental game. Weight loss is a mental game. You can forget the physical. If you don't fix the brain, the body won't follow. And the fact that you've had intermittent and not ongoing help with your very, very entrenched eating disorder, and there's no shame around that. The shame is that you use it as a crutch. Nobody shames you because you've got one. We shame you because you fail, you don't follow up, there's no follow through. You are all blah, 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 blah. You are blah, blah, blah. You have no intention of helping yourself. You have no intention of actually seeking out a person that can unravel you and help you, because you're so comfortable in your little cocoon that you don't see any other way of coping with life. Taking your food away is like taking the H away from an heroin addict or a crackhead or an oxy freak, fiend. Somebody who is addicted to something don't want the addiction to be taken away because that's their comfort zone. And they know it's going to be painful to work their way through that addiction. And that's what you're most afraid of. What happens if the food goes away? How do I live my life and cope with life without food? That's your biggest insecurity. Not Salah cheating on you. What happens when food's not there? Because it's your best friend at this stage. Anyway, these are just my silly little thoughts from a silly little girl who's, takes care of herself and is kind of coming out of the other side of it. And yeah, I'm smug about it. The smug is thick today because I'm happier, I feel better, I look better, and I'm not delusional about where I'm at with my eating stuff. Okay, hope everyone has a great day. Eggplant lasagna roll-ups are on the way. They'll be cooked tomorrow. I still don't know how I'm going to do it, but we'll do it then. All right, everyone, have a great day. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye.